What if I told you that everything you've learned about prehistory is incomplete? That the true history of Earth is much older, more terrifying, and more fascinating than any dinosaur movie has ever dared to show? It sounds crazy, I know, but the popular belief that dinosaurs were the first great rulers of our planet is an oversimplification that hides a universe of mysteries. Prepare to have your mind expanded, because what we're going to reveal today will challenge your convictions and take you to a past so remote that the very notion of time seems to bend. It's a journey that promises not only knowledge, but a new way of seeing life itself and its incredible capacity for reinvention. The truth is, long before T-Rexes and velociraptors, there was a world dominated by unimaginable creatures, a period so brutal and innovative that it shaped life in ways we can barely conceive. Do you feel trapped in routine, in the monotony of everyday life, searching for something that truly ignites your curiosity and makes you feel alive? Well, the solution lies in uncovering these forgotten secrets. In just a few minutes, you will acquire knowledge that most people don't even dream exists, a quick reward for your thirst for knowledge, which will make you see the world with different eyes and, who knows, even inspire new perspectives for your own journey. This isn't just another video about natural history. It's an invitation to explore the unknown, to question the obvious, and to connect with the resilience of life in its most primitive and spectacular form. We're going to delve into a period where giant scorpions and armored fish were the norm, and where the very definition of life was constantly being rewritten. What you're about to discover isn't just a curiosity, it's the foundation of our existence. Proof that life always finds a way, even after the greatest catastrophes. Stay with me, because the story that's about to be revealed is your story, and it begins much, much earlier than you imagine. My dear friend, if you think you've seen it all about prehistory, prepare to have your certainties shaken. The popular narrative about dinosaurs, however epic, barely scratches the surface of a much older, more mysterious, and frankly, dangerous past. We're about to shift our focus from giant reptiles to delve into an era that precedes theirs by millions of years, the Devonian Period. This is not just a forgotten chapter in history books, it's a parallel universe where the rules of life were written in a completely different way, an invitation to explore knowledge that few have the chance to uncover. Imagine a world where the creatures that dominated were so bizarre that they defy our modern understanding. Forget T-Rexes. Think of scorpions the size of an adult human, armored fish weighing tons, and even life forms that science still struggles to classify. It's a scenario that surpasses the wildest imagination, a true spectacle of horrors and natural wonders that existed long before dinosaurs even dreamed of walking the earth. This journey is not just about facts. It's about the thrill of discovering a past so radically different that it makes us question the very essence of life and its infinite capacity to manifest itself. That's the beauty of going beyond the obvious, of seeking out the stories not told in Hollywood movies. By delving into the Devonian Period, you're not just learning about geology or biology, you're opening a portal to little explored knowledge that promises to expand your mind and your perception of our planet's evolution. It's an opportunity to connect with the resilience and creativity of nature in its most primitive and spectacular form. And believe me, what you're about to discover about the aquatic monarchs of that era will leave you speechless, setting the stage for the mysteries to come. After glimpsing the strangeness of a world that preceded the dinosaurs, it's time to delve into the depths of the Devonian Period, an era that is rightfully hailed as the Age of Fishes. Imagine an ocean that not only teemed but exploded in a symphony of aquatic life, with a diversity so vast that it would make today's marine ecosystem seem like a mere shadow. Life, which had already taken its first timid steps, now expanded in every direction, colonizing every nook and cranny of the seas, experimenting with forms, sizes, and survival strategies that defied imagination. And on this aquatic stage of innovation, the true monarchs emerged, the armored lords who would dominate the oceans for millions of years. In this underwater kingdom, placoderms were the undisputed sovereigns, the living tanks that commanded respect and fear with their imposing presence. Forget the delicate scales that cover modern fish. These aquatic warriors were clad in an external bony armor, a carapace that made them virtually invulnerable to the dangers of their time. But the true revolution wasn't just in their defense. It was with the placoderms that nature took a gigantic evolutionary leap, developing the first jaws with teeth. Before them, mouths were simpler structures designed to suck in food. Now, with sharp and powerful teeth, they could crush, tear, and break, inaugurating a new and brutal era of predation. Consider the magnitude of this innovation. Evolution is an endless arms race, and placoderms were at the forefront, equipped with tools that would forever redefine the dynamics of marine ecosystems. They were the killer sharks of their time, with teeth so robust they could break bones, a crucial adaptation for dealing with the armor of their own relatives and rivals. This characteristic not only ensured their supremacy, but also propelled an evolutionary climb where strength and protection became essential for survival. And while these armored giants reigned in the depths, life in shallower waters and on the shores of continents was also preparing to reveal its own monsters and enigmas, promising even more surprises. While placoderms reigned supreme in the depths with their impenetrable armor and devastating jaws, the shallow waters and continental shores also harbored their own masters, creatures that commanded respect and fear in a rather peculiar way. Imagine a predator that combined the lethal agility of a fish with the relentless ferocity of a scorpion, but on a scale that defied logic. We are talking about Jacalopterus, a colossal arthropod that could reach an impressive 2.5 meters in length. Nicknamed the sea scorpion, it wasn't exactly a scorpion, nor did it live in the deep sea, but its claws, capable of grabbing a human by the waist and cutting them in half, were chilling and imposed unparalleled terror. This giant of shallow waters was the prehistoric equivalent of a modern crocodile, an ambush predator that lurked at the water's edge, ready to pounce on any unsuspecting creature that dared to approach. Its impressive visual capacity made it the apex predator of its ecosystem, not hesitating to attack even those of its own species in a brutal demonstration of the law of the jungle. It's fascinating to think how nature, even in its earliest stages, created such efficient and terrifying hunting machines, shaping the food chain with frightening precision. Meanwhile, on land, the scenario was quite different, with the continents forming, the first forests sprouting, and insects beginning to crawl, but still without sophisticated predators like those we know today. However, not everything was safe on dry land. In the midst of these embryonic forests, an even greater mystery awaited, something that defied the very understanding of biology: prototaxtes. Imagine an immense organic cylinder, up to 8 meters high, smooth, without branches, flowers, or fruits, almost alien in its simplicity and grandeur. No one knew for sure what it was, and even today science struggles to classify it, questioning whether it was a giant fungus, a plant, or something completely different. Its presence was an enigma, a reminder that life in the Devonian period was full of surprises and forms that defied our comprehension. And it is precisely this enigmatic creature that leads us to one of the most dramatic events in the planet's history, a true turning point. Prototaxtes, with its enigmatic form and uncertain origin, is one of those mysteries that makes us question everything we know about life on Earth, a true biological enigma. Imagine an organism that defied all known classifications, neither plant nor fungus nor animal, a colossal organic cylinder up to 8 meters high that stood in the early Devonian forests, a living monument to the unknown. For a long time, scientists speculated that it was a giant fungus, an ancestor of mushrooms, but more recent analyses in 2007 turned this theory upside down, suggesting that Prototaxtes was in fact a completely different type of multicellular organism, something unexplained and without living descendants today. This singular creature, which consumed decaying matter, or perhaps something more sinister, who knows, represents an evolutionary branch that was abruptly cut off, a path that life explored and then abandoned. There is nothing like it on the planet today, which makes it all the more fascinating and, at the same time, a reminder of the fragility of life and the many directions that evolution can take before settling. But what could have caused the disappearance of such a unique organism and so many other life forms that flourished in the Devonian? Well, my friend, the Devonian period, for better or for worse, did not end in peace. It was brought to a close by one of the most cataclysmic events in the history of our planet: a great mass extinction. You might think that the meteor that wiped out the dinosaurs was the only major extinction event, but the truth is that Earth has already experienced 5 of these cosmic resets, each redefining the course of life. The Devonian extinction was particularly devastating, occurring in 3 distinct rounds that together eliminated a staggering 96% of aquatic vertebrates. It was the end of the line for the mighty placoderms, the fearsome Echolopterus, and of course, the mysterious Prototaxtes. The hypotheses for this catastrophe are intriguing. One suggests that the excessive proliferation of forests on the continents may have caused a colossal drop in carbon dioxide and global cooling. Another speaks of a meteor, although without a confirmed crater. Regardless of the exact cause, this event was a watershed moment, paving the way for a new era of life and evolution. As brutal and devastating as the Great Devonian extinction was, it did not represent the end of life, but rather a dramatic restart, a powerful catalyst for life to reinvent itself and explore new and unexpected paths. It's as if nature, after a colossal cleansing, opened up a vast ecological vacuum, an empty stage for new ideas and evolutionary experiments. With the disappearance of armored fish and so many other dominant predators, an unprecedented space was created, and life, always ingenious and resilient, quickly filled it. It was in this scenario of renewal and opportunity that fish with internal bones emerged, and crucially with fins containing bones. Pay attention to this detail, because it is the fundamental key to our own existence. These bony fins were not merely a minor anatomical modification. They represented a monumental evolutionary leap, a true revolution in how life interacted with its environment. Imagine the scene. Some of these primitive fish, driven by the need to find new resources or the opportunity to escape predators, began using their robust fins to crawl through shallow waters, exploring environments that were previously completely inaccessible. They were literally taking their first steps out of the water, a bold move that would forever change the course of life on Earth. It is a story of extraordinary adaptation and unwavering resilience that shows us how, even in the face of the most extreme adversity, life finds a way to flourish and evolve into something completely new and surprising. And this is where a character that has even become an internet meme comes in. The famous Tiktaalik, discovered in 2004, this fish with fins that look like legs and a crocodile-like head, adapted to breathe out of water, is the missing link, the courageous pioneer that crawled so that we could walk. It was the ancestor of the first amphibians, which in turn gave rise to reptiles, then birds and mammals. It's an uninterrupted line of evolution that connects us directly to this distant and wild past, showing the interconnectedness of all life. So the next time you pay a bill or feel the stress of everyday life, remember Tiktaalik. It took the first step so that we could get to where we are today. And this journey, my friend, is one of the greatest stories of overcoming adversity that the universe has ever seen. So, my friend, what are you going to do with all this knowledge you've just acquired? Are you going to leave this fascinating story of Earth before the dinosaurs as just a passing curiosity? Or are you going to allow it to ignite a flame within you, a spark to seek more, to question what is taken for granted? Life, as we have seen, is a continuous cycle of extinction and renewal, of challenges overcome and new opportunities arising from the ashes. If primitive life managed to reinvent itself after unimaginable catastrophes, what prevents you from doing the same on your own journey, from adapting, evolving, and creating a future that seemed impossible? Think about it. If a fish with bony fins, the Tiktaalik, had the courage to crawl out of the water and start a lineage that has brought us to where we are today, what is your first step out of your comfort zone? What are you waiting for to seize the opportunities that life presents you, just as the Echolopterus did in shallow waters? Don't settle for being just a spectator of your own story. Use this perspective of resilience and transformation to bring about real change in your life. The universe is always in motion, and you too can be the agent of your own revolution, a true placoderm of your existence, shielded and ready for whatever comes your way. So how about bringing this explorer and innovator mindset into your daily life? How about allowing yourself to unravel the mysteries of your own capacity for overcoming challenges? If you felt challenged, if this journey through the Devonian period made you see life with different eyes and inspired you to seek more, Then don't stop here. Subscribe to the channel right now, activate the notification bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming dives into the unknown, and continue learning about the most incredible secrets of our universe. Together, we will unravel the mysteries that shaped life and that may, perhaps, shape your future.